Hi guys, it's Mix here. I want to thank my gamer supporter Nadagami for bringing this video. Nadagami, thank you for being awesome and nom, and I hope you enjoy this final part of My Lovely Daughter with the endings. Dun dun dun! This is taken from a Twitch stream, so obviously a bit of interaction with the audience and stuff there too, but I hope you enjoy the different conclusions that I've reached in the game, and this is all trimmed down this time for your enjoyment. The homunculus business is doing great. It's much better than selling potions. The money I've gathered is just enough to purchase ingredients to make healing potions for my wife and daughter. It's crossed my mind to ask for the Master Warlock's help, but relying on such dark power when their lives are at stake seems a dangerous idea. In desperation, I brought my wife and daughter to the Master Warlock. He told me that my wife's soul has become faint and that she was bound to die soon. What was he thinking? Blooding jinxes in front of her face like that? After saying this, he insisted on helping me cure my daughter's illness. He gave me a handful of suspicious-looking powder and told me to make potions with it, which must be drunk regularly. For now, I can only hope for the best for them both. It's been exhausting watching over my wife every hour of the day. I wished that the homunculi would take good care of her, and I thought, why not? So I went to meet the Master Warlock once more and taught me a method to make a bigger and smarter homunculi. Wonderful, now my homunculi can nurture her while I continue to research on my medicinal potions. Yesterday my wife said something about how weak she felt and how I should be more caring toward a little girl. I told her not to force herself and that she needed more rest. So she rested her head on my shoulder, but she never woke up. Death took her away as she put on her last smile in my embrace. Only my daughter stands between me and my desire to end this miserable life. It's been a long time since I last wrote something here. I've decided to move on from my old life and begin anew. So I built a new house for us up on a hill. It's quite far from the slums where we lived before. Since that time my daughter's fully recovered and even livelier than she was, so she doesn't die from the disease. Something else kills her. Life is finally looking up for us, and I'm planning to reopen my homunculus business here. Hopefully everything will go well this time. Life would be so much better with my wife here. It is so lonely with only the two of us. People from the village seldom visit or ask for help anymore. With plenty of time on my hands, I decided to play around with the homunculus summoning process. My results are almost unbelievable. The living homunculi not only have humanoid shapes, but they also have emotions. What a monumental breakthrough. Look at this text here. This looks really bad. This is far beyond my expectations. People from the village queue up every morning in front of my house just to hire a homunculus to help them. Thankfully, my lovely daughter is more than happy to help me with my work. She is so cute. With life as good as this, I finally feel my past is behind me. We're getting close. After we've been through, Fast finally remembers everything he'd forgotten. Memories flood his mind. Glimpses of his past flash in and out, revealing the answers he's been searching for all along. His arrival in this village, his sick wife, his meeting with the Master Warlock, his wife's funeral, his homunculi. Everything is crystal clear. At least we're going to find the truth here, guys. And most importantly, remembers who took his daughter. Hi. It's an Easter bunny at the window there, which is kind of creepy as fuck. Alright, let's find the truth, guys. Let's see what happened to Faust. This is nonsense, he said. It was my blood that he wanted. I've been tricked. I cannot accept this. Why did he take her soul? It was supposed to have been mine. Everything that I have done with was for her. Why did he not just leave us alone? Why did he do this to me? Just let me die. Bring my daughter back. She does not deserve this. It was my fault. So the sorcerer took his soul instead. Get her back. Oh my god. Oh my fucking... We lost it a bit, I feel. We lost it a little bit. It's okay. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. Just nice and... Well... Alright, guys. Infuse. I'm probably just deleted my save. I'm probably just deleted my save. No. No. The girl awakens and looks upon Force fiendishly. Suddenly and with all of her might, she pounces on him, knocking him on the floor and attacking him vengefully. Surprised by her ferocity, Force is jumping to the edge of his life as he gasps for air. In the end, Force proves the stronger. Yes! After tiring battle, he gains the upper hand and ties the girl down. However, she shows no remorse and continues to act the demon, always growling and really forcefully whenever Force approaches. Force comes to consider the experiment a failure. He extracts the soul from the body and puts it back in the soul chamber. Yay! So now... Has that changed things? Yes! We have the perfect balance for fear! Guys, we can actually we can get the true ending. We can get the fucking true ending. Alright, it's time for infusion, guys. Time for murder. Okay, time for some fucking murder. Alright. I'm very sorry, homunculi, but now is the time of the bloodbath. So, first of all, we'll make everyone happy. You like treats, right? You like fucking treats, Snappy! Alright, Snappy is dead as a doornail. And that's perfect. Don't need to kill any more anger. This will max out sadness. But first of all, let's make sure it does. We need to, you like ice cream? You like ice cream, little Adoran? You like fucking ice cream? I didn't use the mirror of mimicry, I just realised, so I need to use that now. So I wasted 2 there. Well, I didn't waste, but it'd be nice to get more out of it, you know what I mean? Alright, so that sadness is maxed. You are fear, which we currently have none of. But don't worry, first of all, let's alleviate some of that stress. There you go. There you fucking go, Moobot, you fucking cunt! And then finally, joy, joy, joy. Hello, Little Mermaid, how you doing? I loved you in that popular movie, Little Mermaid. But unfortunately, Innocent, you're gonna have to fucking die. And this one gets to live until the next cycle. So, let's have a quick look. We have max out in sadness, and everything else is 500, so we should get the sadness ending. Perfection. Let's treat you. Let me double check it. Sadness I was meant to be going for. Yeah, definitely sadness that I don't know the right balance for. Everything else I know the balance for except sadness. All right, so sadness is maxed out. Infuse. The girl suffers from a deep depression, always in a corner, crying for no apparent reason. She stops only when her tears run out. Faust tries to talk to her and entertain her, but she does not respond. She eventually locks herself in a room so she can wallow in her sorrow without false interference. Unable to take it anymore, Faust breaks open the door, which only makes the girl cry even louder. Faust comes to consider the experiment a failure. He extracts the soul from her body and puts it back into the soul chamber. So we now have the perfect balance for all the souls. Okay? The problem is, we're going to have to do a little bit of fucking around to get the right balance. All the affinities, alright? So first of all, joy is 835. In the book, that is correct. 835 is in the parameters. Next up, sadness is 565. In the book, that is in the parameters. Next up, anger is 465. In the book, that is in the parameters. And finally, fear is 500, which in the book is dead in the parameters. Alright guys, we're gonna treat her to make sure she's not decaying when she wakes up. And now, maybe we'll get the true ending. If not, we need to get the perfect order ending first, which means we'll probably have a break from this and play something else. But let's see. Maybe this will be it. Oh, shit. I got the true ending. The ritual has ended, but nothing seems to change. Her body is still rigid. Just as Faust thinks all hope is lost, her fingers twitch a little. Faust's anticipation reignites his confidence. A moment later, her eyes blink and a moan escapes her mouth. Slowly she utters, Father? Unable to believe his eyes and ears, Faust kneels and cries in overwhelming ecstasy. They embrace each other for an endless time. Faust's mind wanders. All he's been through, everything he has suffered, the whole tragedy of his life, none of it matters anymore. He wants only to enjoy the moment. Until a sharp object pierces him. Faust falls down to the floor, blood spilling out around him. What has happened? Anxious and scared, he looks up to where his daughter is standing over him. No, it's not possible. How can this be? The moment she crouches down and takes hold of his head, Faust can clearly see her eyes. They are not Arya's. They belong to the Master Warlock. Disguised as Arya, he chuckles as he lets Faust plunge into the pool of his own blood. The Master Warlock speaks magical incantations while Faust's consciousness begins to fade out. He can barely feel his own body. A faint voice rings through the room. Hello, old friend. It seems so distant. Faust feels so light, almost as if he is floating, as if some magical force is pulling him up. Then everything goes bright. His time has come, he knows it, but he is not ready. Not until he puts everything in the right place. So weak, so tired. Faust does not want to wake up yet, but someone keeps shaking his body. Slowly he opens his eyes. It is a woman. Knowing she is no angel, Faust realizes he is still alive after all. But what for? The Master Warlock took everything away from him, even his body is not his own. Nevertheless, the woman is tending his wounds, preserving his body. Her care instills some spirit into him once more. To repay his debt, Faust helps her with his alchemy and sorcery skills. With homunculi in her shop, it becomes the most successful business in the village. Left with only one reason to live, Faust plots how to exact revenge on the Master Warlock, but he is nowhere to be found. No one has even heard rumours of his whereabouts. Faust knows he will show up eventually, and that he must be prepared. Faust sets out on a journey to hone his magical power. After years of study and effort, he becomes a truly powerful wizard himself. His fame spreads across the country. People start referring to him as the Master Warlock. That moment, a bolt of lightning strikes his mind. He remembers that he has never forgotten how the Master Warlock tricked him, and how the Master Warlock took his daughter's soul. He remembers how he hates the Master Warlock, and how he realizes that he himself is the Master Warlock. He has unmatched power, immense knowledge of alchemy and dark magic. However, his life will end soon. Finally, he understands why the Master Warlock took his body. He understands why the Master Warlock put him through hell. Realizing this truth, he now has to choose. Will he bring misery to his past self to maintain his power and wealth? Or will he let young Faust live with his family and achieve happiness? With more time, he's convinced he can keep his power and wealth while still being able to save his own family. He only needs to ensure that he can prolong his life, to ensure that his life will be written the way it was before. He starts his gambit. He contacts his old friend and saviour to set the plan in motion. Slowly but surely, the story is rewritten. He needs to make sure that Faust is mentally broken. He starts by poisoning his wife, then he takes away his daughter. He uses both the wife and daughter souls to strengthen his own weak soul. Then he continues his act, thinking he can save time and extract young Faust's soul after a devastating event. But Faust's will to live is too strong. It is then he realizes that young Faust has gone insane, but not because he lost his loved ones. Instead, it's because of the hatred that Faust has for himself, the Master Warlock. He now understands that his drive to move forward is not fueled by care for his family, but by his ego at being tricked. His failed attempt to extract young Faust's soul has made his power weak. He only has enough energy for one more extraction. He places Faust's daughter's body on the bed and prepares to extract his own soul. To ensure young Faust will take care of his soul, he erases Faust's memory of the past 2 years and puts a spell on young Faust's book to give him a direction and purpose. Then he extracts his own soul into the soul chamber. To ensure young Faust will take care of his soul, he erases Faust's memory of the past 2 years and puts a spell on young Faust. Okay, so, yeah. Young Faust wakes up not knowing that a circle of damnation will repeat itself, and that's the end. So he's stuck in a loop forever. And that's it. That was not worth like 7 hours, actually. Fucking playing this game. So it's a time loop ending. God damn it. What's with games and shit endings lately? What's with games and shit endings lately? I mean, holy fucking shit. It's an endless cycle where he fucks himself over again and 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 again. Why can't horror games have good endings? Kitten Fangs, thank you for the 300 bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. There's some things I need to fix with the overlay, by the way. But thank you, everyone, for watching. Minx is known, but lovely torture ending is bum. I'm going to run a commercial break, guys. Because I think we're on like 20 noms. We're halfway there. So yeah, that was what's my final playtime of that? Let's have a look. How much time did I put into that to get all the not all the endings. I missed one, but yeah, 7 hours playtime. Perfect Daughter requires putting 1,000 into every soul. But I'm not sure I can be asked to do that at the moment. Welcome back, bird to hell. Yeah, I mean, like, what can I say? I mean, it wasn't awful, but it could have been better. Let's put it that way, huh? We beat it, but we got the true ending. The true ending just wasn't great. I got the true ending. Just wasn't impressed. It is better than the Silvio 2 and Stitched endings, though. So, you know, that's something at least. Mind you, like, getting a hernia is probably better than those endings. So, you know. Anyway. Oh my fucking god. With the ending fresh in your mind, would you recommend the game? Like, I mean, I really enjoyed the principle of the game, even though a lot of it is just grinding, and there's not many situations that can occur where you can completely, like, wipe your save and stuff, which in some ways is good, but I guess I also felt like, to a certain degree, like, some parts of it were, like, I don't know. Like, I feel that there's a lot, there's not, it definitely hasn't got the depth it appears to have on the surface, and I think it needed a bit more variety of homunculi, a bit more variety of, just things to do in the daytime and things to spend your time on. But, I mean, I think, that said, I haven't played many games like that, and I guess overall I enjoyed it. No, Bird. So, the ending, I'm telling this, just for Bird's benefit, I'm gonna repeat the ending. I know some of you already are probably sick of the fucking ending after what you just saw, but still. Faust is the Master Warlock, and he's constantly in a loop of killing him, using his own family's souls to make himself super powerful and shit, and then he feels guilty over it, and goes back in time and triggers a time loop to try and sort the situation out again. And every time it just loops, because Faust is motivated by self, and just basically just constantly loops. He's stuck in his own constantly looping time hell. Yeah. So what could I say? I mean, it was pretty, considering the amount of effort that took, that wasn't that great. But, and that's a big fat but. You know, out of all the bad endings we've had, like over the last few, games and shit, you know, I feel that generally it wasn't too bad. Like it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, pretty much, bud. Yeah, he convinces himself he'll fix it every time, but every time it comes to the same conclusion. I like I said, overall though, I had fun with it.